Howdy folks, welcome to another beautiful day out here in West Vancouver. I don't talk about the South African shop enough, so I thought I'll make a few videos for that. And these are the sauces and spices that we just absolutely love. Now I know that some other South Africans have a couple of different sauces that they prefer, but these are our favorites and they are all available at the southafricanshop.ca. If you live in North Van or West Van, I'll even come and deliver at your house. Anyway, let me show you what they are. The first one, Aromat. Now, Aromat is a South African staple. I mean, I grew up with Aromat. At one stage, there was a whole lot of issues around MSGs, and they were like, oh, you shouldn't eat Aromat, it's got MSGs in it. Now, lately, they've actually realized that MSGs is not a big problem, and Aromat is fine. Where do you eat Aromat? On your eggs, on your... We put Aromat in everything. I actually put Aromat in the onion ring batter. It's just a very salty, it's an amazing flavor. I love my Aromat, and I think a lot of South Africans do. So Aromat's definitely one of our favorites at the store. Another spice all the way from South Africa is the Flippin' Lekker Worcestershire sauce spice. And I'm not sure I said that right. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. Anyway, the Flippin' Lekker spice. This is actually kind of a new spice. It's not something we grew up with. It only started, 5-6 years ago, maybe a little longer, 10 years ago. And it is just amazing on anything. We put it on steak, on lamb, on chicken. Connor puts it on his popcorn. Connor puts it on his pap, on his eggs, on his everything. It's just got that sweetish, Worcestershire saucy flavor. It is one of the most amazing spices. That's just good for everything. Just like if you have Aromat and you have Flippin' Lekker Worcestershire sauce spice, you are good to go, man. You don't need anything else. Then we have some Bisto gravy. It's just to make your gravy thicker and give it that nice thick brown gravy. Something we really missed out here also. It is just amazing. Bisto gravy. So what you do is when you cook meat, a roast, or really we use it quite often in anything. When you cook a roast or anything and you need some gravy, what you do is you take the meat out of the pan, you chuck some of the Bisto in afterwards, mix it with a little bit of water and chuck it in, and then it just thickens up the whole gravy. Amazing, and it's got great flavor. Then we're going to go into sauces. Now, in South Africa, we love tangy mayonnaise. Now, I've got to be honest with you, our favorite is actually the Cross and Blackwell tangy mayonnaise. But apparently there's some sort of issue in Canada. There's some ingredient in there that is banned in Canada. And not banned because it's bad for you. It's banned because like 30, 40 years ago, they thought that it promotes hyperactivity in children. It's something called something. I can't remember the name. It creates hyperactivity in children. So they banned it. And then within a couple of years, they realized that it was a completely crappy study and that it's got no influence on hyperactivity in children at all. But Canada just hasn't unbanned it yet. The rest of the world pretty much has. You can get it anywhere else but in Canada. It's actually in quite a lot of the foods from South Africa. So you have cream soda, some of the cookies, Cross and Blackwell mayonnaise, and it's got a tiny bit of this colorant in, and that is a problem now. But anyways, so we have to go for the second best, Nola tangy mayonnaise. It's almost as good as the Cross and Blackwell one. And this is what Belinda uses to make her amazing potato salad. So that is tangy mayonnaise, condensed milk, and potatoes with a bit of spices. It is to die for. When you do braai and you have a lamb chop with that potato salad, we're going to make some. I'll show you. All right, now let's get to the sauces. Probably the biggest favorite, all gold tomato sauce. Now, you may ask, it's just ketchup. No, it's not. It's got a different texture. It's got a different flavor. And it's just different. And we grew up with it. All of us, even my kids. Angelique just eats all gold. If she's got a choice between all gold and any other ketchup, Heinz, no contest. It's actually a funny story. I believe in New Zealand, Heinz tried to move in, and they've got a different type of ketchup over there, tomato sauce also, and Heinz just can't beat them. And it's apparently, according to my partner Sven, it's the worst ketchup. The New Zealand one doesn't taste nice, but it's because everybody grew up with it. Everybody knows that taste, so Heinz just, can't compete. And I feel it's the same thing with All Gold. Good old All Gold. All Gold, All Gold tastes so good. It's amazing. Anyway, so All Gold. And then, of course, this is a typical South African thing. Mrs. Ball's chutney. Now, there's a whole range. This is the original. You get the peach, you get the hot, the extra hot, the jalapeno. I actually have a really nice chicken recipe with jalapeno and mayonnaise. I'm going to make a video of that and show you what to do. It is awesome. Now, you can get Mrs. Ball's chutney also in your nearest IGA generally. There are a couple of stores that keep them in South Africa, and I can understand why, because it's really one of the biggest favorites from South Africa as far as sauce goes. A curry, you must have some chutney, some Mrs. Ball's chutney when you have a curry. What was the interesting thing I heard the other day? Somebody said that, it's the gentleman at Serengeti, the other South African, probably one of the best South African stores in Vancouver, not probably, definitely, out in Langley. And he says that there's 400,000 South Africans in the lower mainland. That's a lot of South Africans. I can see why a lot of the stores are now starting to carry Mrs. Balls, because I can guarantee you that the bulk of those South Africans eat Mrs. Balls. But you can also order it from the SouthAfricanShop.ca, and I think we're a little bit cheaper than IGA. And like I said, if you're in the North Shore, give me a ping, I'll come and deliver it to you. All right, next. We can't get a Steers burger here. Now, a Steers burger is the best burger in the entire world. A King Steer in South Africa. I mean, it is so good that in South Africa they actually run ads about, they had an ad campaign. They also do a lot of tongue-in-cheek ad campaigns. They had one where, anyway, they do a lot of funny ad campaign Steers, and they actually had one where expats come back to South Africa just so that they can have a King Steer. Now, I got to tell you that a King Steer is one of the best burgers in the world, if not the complete best. Yeah, you get Fat Burger and others here. I mean, McDonald's, that's not a burger. That's just some sort of crappy thing that's, it's just I don't know what to call it, but it's not a burger. A King Steer is a burger, and it's amazing. But you can't get it here, so we're going for the next best thing. We got the Steers mustard sauce and the Steers barbecue sauce, and then you can make your own Steers like burgers over here. So this is a really sweet and tangy barbecue sauce. Absolutely amazing. And the Steers mustard, it's not a strong mustard. It's almost like it's amazing. It's nice. And you can get close to actually making something that tastes like a Steer burger if you have these two sauces. And that's it for the spices, folks. Spices and sauces. Now, like I said, you can get all of that at the SouthAfricanShop.ca. Go online, order it. If you live in North Van or West Van, just when you check out, don't put shipping, just put in there local pickup, and give me a call and I will drop by and drop it off for you. Please don't order only one bottle and let me drive, but hey, I like meeting people, so it's great anyway. Alright folks, that's it for spices and sauces from South Africa that we can't live without. Cheers!